जन्म वृद्धि परिणत्य पक्षय व्याधिनाशन विहीनमव्ययम् विश्वसृष्ट्यवविभात कारणं ब्रह्म तत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि.
Now, after he asked that question, naturally Yamaraja started dissuading him, saying that about this, even the devas of the heaven, they don't know about it. You are a small boy, why are you asking this? You take this, you take that. Various things he started offering. And Nachiketa remains fixed to his question, saying he is not interested in anything else. This is the fixity of the buddhi, that he considered that that is the only thing in life to be known. So he is not interested, he cannot be dissuaded by giving anything in life. And Yamaraja tries his best. Finally, he initially offered him the emperorship of a great kingdom of the whole world, etc., and a life which is as many years as he would like to live, and with an able body he can enjoy. All these things he gave. But Nachiketa refused everything. Then finally he started bringing things which are not available in the world. Some chariots, damsels, dancers, singers, musicians from the heaven, saying that anybody on earth has not got it. Nachiketa, you have them, you enjoy them and live your life. But don't ask me this question, that what happens when the body falls. But Nachiketa finally replies in a beautiful verse. Again, I feel like summarizing a little. I cannot just simply skip. This goes on, this testing of Nachiketa by offering him various things. That goes on quite some time, and finally Nachiketa passes the test. Then only Yamaraja gives him the final reply. See, it comes in the 1.1.26. This verse also, if you can master it, is a great verse, but it is not from Yamaraja, it is from the student, from Nachiketa. He says, Shvobhavaamatyasya yadantakaitat sarven. Acha, you would like to chant? Take it. Shvobhavaamatyasya yadantakaitat sarvendriyanam jarayanti tejaha api sarvam jeevitamalpameva tavaiva vahastava nritya gite shvobhavaamatyasya yadantakaitat sarvendriyanam jarayanti tejaha api sarvam jeevitamalpameva tavaiva vahastava nritya gite. Each word here has to be understood in depth. Shvaha abhavaha. Shvah means tomorrow. This Ashwatha tree is called Ashwatha, means which will not be there tomorrow. It is the longest living tree. It lives much more than 1,000 years or so. But that is given the name Ashwatha, that means which may not live even tomorrow, to show the futility of anything in the world in the objective level. Nothing is permanent here. Even the Ashwatha tree, which lives for so many generations, human generations, that also is not permanent. So, Shva means tomorrow. Shvaha abhava means which will not be there tomorrow. Matyasya yadantakaitad sarvendriyanam jarayanti tejaha. O Yamaraja, whatever you are giving me, whatever you are bringing to me, everything is futile. It may not remain tomorrow. So nothing is permanent that you have offered, be it an emperorship of the whole world or the palace and the kingdom and the throne, nothing. Not only that, sarvendriyanam jarayanti tejaha. If I do more and more bhoga, more and more enjoyment with all the sense objects you have given, they only will deplete the senses. The more we enjoy with the sense organs, they only deplete the senses. You know that we become tired in the night. Throughout the day we enjoy. Enjoy means both, suffer and enjoy both. With the senses it goes on throughout the day. Finally, suppose you don't come back into the lap of your soul, which happens when you are in deep sleep. The whole world is washed away. In deep sleep, you don't come to know even your own body, even on your own personality. You forget the whole world, including your own body, mind, personality. That is the time your soul, you are resting in the lap of the soul. And that is how you are again getting recharged, so that next day again you can carry on with the sense enjoyments and sufferings. That is how we carry on every day, not knowing the greatness of a few hours in the lap of the soul. Without that, we would not have been able to enjoy this life at all. But we never think back that what would happen if we can always remain in that lap. How beautiful would be. How will the world interactions be, that we will interact with the world, but never depleting the power inside. The senses will get depleted in that case also. Without sleep for a knowledge knower also, he cannot carry on. But he will not get tired inward by interacting with the world, because he does not have clinging and hatred, raga dvesha. So he said that sarvendriyanam jarayanti tejaha. If you give more and more of things of enjoyment, they will only deplete the senses of their power. And O Yamaraja, you have given me life, which is 100 years, 1,000 years, etc. you said. But know that api sarvam jivitam alpameva. This alpa means not small. Alpa means insufficient, not sufficient. That whatever lifespan you have given, for everybody the lifespan is insufficient. Be it 1,000 years, 100 years, 50 years, anything. Why? Because the person is not ready to die. Suppose your life has been sufficient at the age of 100, you would not fear death at all. You would like to live at that time, happily, fulfilled. You should live. But nobody becomes like that. Everybody wants to enjoy still more, still more. That means whatever lifespan has been given, that is insufficient for everybody. He means that the lifespan becomes sufficient not by the number of years lived, not by the span. Suppose one lives 50 years or 150 years. That span of 150 years not make his life sufficient. He will be sufficient provided he is free of the desires. If person like Nachiketa at 7 years he became free of all the desires, his lifespan was already sufficient. Now again compare with that. That is how he could walk to the death. When father said that I will give you to death, he walked to the death without any problem. He was not having fear of death or anything. He could straight away go to the death. This is the reason that mythology has been created. The mythical story is explaining great truth here. That for him even 7 years is sufficient. In 7 years he was not attached to his life. He was ready to take either live or die, whatever comes. That will be a seeker's role, a seeker's way. That he will not try to extend his life, but he will live as long as it is allotted by nature, as long as he is living. There is no such greatness in death. Life and death, they are following throughout. There cannot be life without death. There cannot be death without life. The two together make the whole world complete. In fact, everywhere this world is run by causality. Everywhere the cause dies and the effect is born. Is it not so? When the cause dies, the effect is born. When the effect is there, the cause is no longer found. So the birth and death together make the whole causal world. Everywhere it is there. What is great about it? Our life also undergoes that. So he says that it is not the Yamaraja, the lifespan will not make one's life sufficient. So any number of lifespan you might have allotted me, it is not going to make me fulfilled. I will become fulfilled when my insufficiency is gone. I want to know who am I, that I will remain after death or not, and what is that I am talking about. If that is given, then the life becomes sufficient. That is, the desirelessness makes the life sufficient. Api sarvam jeevitam alpameva tavaiva vahas tavanritya gite. So Yamaraja, Nachiketa is not interested in the chariots and the musicians and dance users he have brought. Let all these vahanas, the chariots and other things belong to you, Yamaraja. You revel in them. Nachiketa is not interested in them. Na vittena tarpaniyo manushyo, the next verse. That means the man can never be satisfied by any amount of external wealth, any amount of external treasure. Vitta means power, anything, wealth. He cannot be satisfied by that. Now, when he came out with just this statement, naturally, Yamaraja could not deny him anymore. So he started instructing him about the path where he has discussed about Shreyas and Preyas. That Shreyas and Preyas, the Shreyas means which is ultimate auspicious goal in life, and Preyas is which is immediately pleasurable. So a seeker of truth will always examine the world and always opt for what will take him to Shreyas. He will not be guided by the Preyas. Prayers might be immediately pleasurable, but later on it will take us away from the auspicious goal. The peace and ultimate fulfillment lies in Shreyas. In fact, this knowledge is called Nishreyas, the ultimate Shreyas. So, this chapter, the next chapter goes on instructing about Shreyas and Preyas. After that, he says you go to 1.2.12, 13. 1.2.13, 1.2.13. Etat shrutva samparigrihyam atyah prabrihya dharmyam anumetamapya samodate modaniyam hi labdva vivritam sadmanachiketa sammanye etat shrutva samparigrihyamatyah pravrihya dharmyam anumetamapya samodate modaniyam hi labdva vivritam sadmanachiketa sammanye. So the last line says that, O Nachiketa, I feel that the Brahma sadhana is wide open before you. You simply walk in. That is the certificate given. In the previous verse he said that more and more disciple like you, O Nachiketa, may more and more disciple like you come to us. Because what the Guru wants, a Guru who has realized the truth, what will he want? He will want only to pass on the knowledge to others so that they also become fulfilled, they also become happy. He will not have any other abhisandhi. Abhisandhi means any other motive at all. He wants others also to become like him. That is the great difference with the Guru. He will not look for any return from anywhere at all. The greatest Guru Dakshina is Dakshina Jnana Sandeshaha. Whatever we receive from the Guru, he makes the disciple fit for passing it over to the others. And when he can do it, that is the greatest dakshina given to the Guru. That is the knowledge which has been transferred from the Guru to the Shishya. The Guru wants Shishya to transfer the knowledge to the next generation. That is the only thing he does. So he says that, Nachiketa, may more and more disciples like you come to us. Already he has proved that he had enough of all the sadhana chatushtaya. So he says the Brahma sadhana, that it's a figurative expression, is wide open before you. You simply walk in. That is, when the truth is told, you will be immediately able to grasp and actualize, realize and live the truth, because you already have the qualities which the truth represents. It is not actually a causal order. As the qualities grow, you become more and more like the self. It is a wrong impression that qualities we will have, then we will read this, we will have this knowledge, then one fine morning we will find that I have become self-realized. It is not so. As you walk towards CIRD, is not every step is bringing you closer to CIRD? So it is like that. The more and more the qualities of the self you accrue, the more and more your personality is adorned by the qualities of the self. Expansion, love, unaffectedness, compassion, universality, transcendence. You become more and more like the soul. Our mind becomes more and more like the soul. We approach the soul. So naturally, enough of sadhana chatushtaya actually means realization. So he says that it is only to be told what is the truth, and you will be able to actualize it. The Brahma sadhana is wide open before you. What has to be done? In brief, he has explained the whole sadhana also. Etat shrutva. The first is, whatever the truth, it has to be listened to. See, in exclusive jnana nishtha or jnana sadhana, the sadhana is only one. Shravana, manana, nididhyasana. It is called Shravana, manana, nididhyasana. They don't do any worship at all. They don't do any yaga yajna at all. Even the usual meditative sitting also is not there. For him only listen to the truth first. When Shravana actually means listen to the truth from a knower, because then only the truth will sink with its proper power. Otherwise it will be a bookish knowledge. That is not really Shravana. It can be listening to, reading everything, but it has to be lived. So Shravana is listening to the truth from a knower. Then Manana means when we have listened to the truth with humility, we accept it. Yes, this is the truth, but I still have doubt, because teacher, you are saying that soul is unaffected, but I always feel that I in me is getting affected. It is suffering, it is enjoying, it is always changing. I don't find my I to be permanent. Then how can I accept that the I is unaffected? It is universal. I find my I is different from the other's I. I have not known an I which will be universal, which is not distinguished by the body-mind personality. So what is the real meaning then of this transcendental soul? He would inquire with his intelligence. He is supposed to do it to the last drop till he becomes doubtless. This manana will take him to a level where he will become doubtless that yes, what my Guru said, what the scripture said, that is the truth, that is the ultimate, and that this is what it means. When he is certain about it, when he is completely convinced about it, the manana part is over. His intelligence will no longer bring in any other argument, any other inquiry, taking his mind here and there. He will automatically start contemplating on the truth, because that is what he has known to be the supreme. So it starts slowly getting fused into the truth. That is what is called nididhyasana. Nididhyasana means eka tattva ghanabhyasa. Eka tattva, the truth is one only. It is appearing as the variegated universe with infinite variety. It is appearing to be, but the truth is only one transcendental consciousness. It is not limited by the body-mind personality. It is not fragmented by the body-mind personality. When he gets fixed to that, that thought alone remains in his mind and intelligence. That is called nididhyasana. That eka tattva ghana abhyasa. That ghana means there is no break in it. Normally 5 minutes we are thinking of the truth, and rest of the time we are thinking of the world which is fragmented. Or maybe 2 hours we are reading and thinking about the unfragmented truth, the universal truth, and 22 hours we are with the fragmented world. So nididhyasana is a continuous flow when the mind is fixed, one-pointed on the truth. It is called taila dharavat. As we pour oil, it flows without getting split into the droplets. That is the taila dharavat. That mind flows like that. So that is called nididhyasana. And the pinnacle of nididhyasana is what we call jnana samadhi or nirvikalpa samadhi. When you get fused, merged into the real truth, your own real identity, from where you don't have to lose that identity at all. You get anchored to your real self. Whether you remain interactive in the world or remain meditating, after that time you will find that there is no need for meditation at all, because you don't find anything other than the truth in the world also. So this is the process Yamaraja here mentioned very briefly in few words. Etat shrutva, that means hearing about the truth. Samparigrihya. Parigrihya means by understanding it from all sides, grasping it from all sides. Samparigrihya means samyak parigrihya. That means very well understanding from all aspects. That's no further doubt at all. This I have understood, but when I am doing this, I have this doubt. Oh, that day I understood, but when I read this Bhagavad Gita, this shloka, I have this doubt. No further anything like that. Samyak parigrihya, that manana part is over. So the first is Shavana, etat shrutva. Samparigrihya means very well grasped by the intelligence. That means manana. Then Martyaha. See, this Upanishad always will call us as Martyaha, mortal, to remind us that you are mortal. Until you know your real identity, the immortal identity, we are mortals. So they will not call us Manusha, they will call Matyaha. In Kathopanishad particularly you find Matyaha. Yamaraja is every time saying that you are Matyaha, you are under my clutch. He is also egoistic. So you are under my clutch, reminding them that you are under my rule. Pravrihya. Pravrihya means as we separate the kernel from the husk. Am I correct? That the dhanya, उसका जो ऊपर का कवर होता है, उससे अंदर का जो चावल निकाल लेते हैं. In grass also, if you take out the pith from the upper covering, that is called pravrihya. Pravrihya means that separating out, distinguishing one from the other. That means distinguishing our real identity, our consciousness, our soul from the body, mind, emotion, personality complex. That is the cover. That is the husk. From there you have to take out the kernel. Now in this case the kernel is not limited like the rice kernel or anything, that this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. When you reach the kernel, you find that is all pervading everywhere. It is not a separated kernel at all. It is the husk, association with the husk, which is giving it a look of separation. Are you able to understand? So pravrihya means this process of segregating the real from the unreal, which Viveka does. The first quality, Viveka's role is to do that. Pravrihya, dharmyam. They are referring to the soul, the truth, as dharmyam. That the fundamental harmony in life. Actually, we don't have to know it from the book or from this or that oh, this is soul, this is this. What we have to do, there is a natural harmony in nature. And one day we find that you have suddenly become in tune with the fundamental rhythm of nature. In tune with infinity, we say. It is in tune with the infinite. So, that is the dharma. Dharma actually in our country, dharma does not mean religion at all. Dharma is the law of sustenance, which does dharana, which sustains the universe, which sustains the society, which sustains our life, which sustains everything. That is called dharma. That sustenance, ultimate sustenance is the whole universe is appearing on consciousness. That consciousness is the sustainer. The whole universe only an appearance on the consciousness. So the real dharma is the consciousness, which is our real identity. It is like a musician who has learned various ragas, various tunes, various ornamentation. He goes on singing, but he is never satisfied. One day suddenly he plays only one tune, maybe sa alone, and he finds that, Arey, what has happened? Where from this sound is coming? He has discovered something within, from where the source of music, the source of sound, the source of everything, the silence within, from where the single Shruti is coming out. And he gets completely merged in that. He does not need any raga, any ornament, tana, nothing. Just he only sings one swara and he gets merged in it, he flows in it. It is like that. When we discover that oneness in us, we get merged in it. We become one with that. It is the discovering that harmony, that fundamental rhythm of life, the fundamental rhythm of nature, and remaining in tune with it in our interactive life also. How beautifully Jamaraja has explained the whole sadhana here. Pravihya dharmyam anumetam apya. He getting this anu means this subtle tune, extremely subtle, anu, extremely subtle. Getting that, attaining that truth, that being in tune with the infinite. What happens? Samodate modaniyam hi labdha. He rejoices by getting what? Modaniyam, the cause of all joy he discovers there. He doesn't have to get joy from outside by gaining this, gaining that, eating this, eating that, or doing this, doing that at all. The joy, the source of joy is within. Samodate, he remains joyous by knowing the source of joy, by getting the source of joy. Modaniyam hi labdhva. So this is the whole process. This is the palace of Brahma Vidya. Oh Nachiketa, I believe that the Brahma sadhana is wide open before you. You simply walk in. After this, after he said that, then Nachiketa puts forward his second question, which is extremely erudite question. I will deal with it tomorrow. I cannot simply skip, although I have done it. I think for the viewers of TV also it will be a repetition, because they will see it after 3-4 months. These things have to be repeated every day, what to speak of after 3-4 months. So I don't think I should do some injustice by just going over to the next portion. Some of the shlokas I have to explain. So maybe next day also I will do it to some extent. We will chant the Shanti mantra and stop. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti